Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one because I am going to be playing with the new-ish Stone Cold Fox palette by ColourPop. It is the cool toned sister palette to the Bare Necessities, so it has a ton of neutrals and mostly cool tone neutrals. I'm really into cool tones. One of my favorite ColourPop palettes is it the Fame or the Fortune palette? I don't know, but I still have it. Please hold. So this is the Fame palette, and it's actually one of my favorite ColourPop palettes. It's really dirty because I use it quite a bit. And it was one of their first pressed shadow palettes, and it is the cool tone version, and I love it. Even still, I think they sent this to me like 2 years ago, and I still love it. It's like my favorite. It's my go-to, honestly. So needless to say, when this came in the mail, I was super excited for it, and I thought we would just play with it today. I'm also going to be using the brushes that come in the brush set that comes with the palette. They launched at the same time, and I know they're doing like a little bundle. So yeah, I thought I would use the brushes. ColourPop brushes are some of my favorites. They're so soft, they're affordable. Not much else to say. They're truly some of my faves. So without further ado, I guess we'll just get started and we can have a chat while I do my makeup, and we'll see how I feel about this palette. Alright, so I zoomed you guys in a little closer so you can see what I'm up to. I don't know what colors I want to do. A lot of them are really so pretty, and I feel like because not a lot of brands do like really cool tone palettes, I feel like a lot of these are kind of unique. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. I think I'll just do like a taupe smoky eye. Or do I want to do that? Oh, this is so hard always. With these 35 pan palettes, sometimes I feel like there's just too many choices. But let's just start and we'll see where this look takes us. First, I'm going to use the E23 brush from the set, and I'm gonna go into... See, I just don't know how cool toned I want to go. So I'm gonna dip into this shade here called You Rock. All of the names are stone themed, which I think is super cute personally. So I'm just taking that You Rock shade and I'm placing it in the crease. I don't like this brush. I'm actually going to go in with the E22 from ColourPop. I'm just looking for something a little bit bigger because I want to blend this color upwards. So the day I'm filming this, today is November 4th, so it's the day after the US election, and I am sitting on the edge of my seat waiting to hear about the results. I don't like that it's taking so long for us to find out. Oh, so that shade's like a nice cool grayish taupe. I also like that there's not a lot of sequin shades in here. I personally don't like sequin shades. I think there's only only two out of 35. That's pretty good. I don't personally like them, so that's why I'm happy that they're not in there. For the election, I'm just literally checking my phone constantly, seeing if there's any updates, and there hasn't been yet, so I really didn't think it was going to be this close. I thought Biden was going to win easily. I also thought that 4 years ago, though. I thought there's no way that they would elect Trump. And here we are, 4 years later. So I don't know. That color blended really nicely. I like that a lot. Then I think I'm going to go into this shade here called Bold Type. It's just a little bit darker, but kind of a similar tone. I saw this poll the other day on how Canadians would vote in the American election, and I think Biden won by like 84%. I know in the States it's not just like the popular vote, it's like the Electoral College or whatever. But it's kind of nice to know that like Canadians wouldn't vote that way, because like sometimes you wonder, you know? Anyway, I don't want to talk politics too much, especially because we don't know the outcome yet, so it does have me concerned though, because it does affect Canada, where I'm from, greatly. This black is so black. It looks like it's almost like velvet. I don't know if you can see that, but that is like one of the blackest eyeshadows I've ever seen, I think. That's crazy. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera. I'm interested to know if it applies that way. I mean, it's pretty freaking black from that swatch. I think next I'm gonna go into this really dark brown shade called Drama Mama. Right there. Like a super dark brown. I'm gonna take this on a little brush. This is a ColourPop E27. And I'm just applying this to the outer corner. And then I'm gonna kind of drag it in. That previous shade called Bold Type, it was not as dark as I was hoping it would be, so I'm gonna use this shade to deepen my outer corner. And then I'm gonna go back in with my E22 brush, the one we used for the first shade, and I'm just gonna blend that out with no additional product on it. Also, I was talking about the other day the ColourPop Luxe Gloss, and I said it has a smell that I couldn't put my finger on. I think I figured it out. It smells like Tootsie Rolls. That's what it smells like. It smells the way Tootsie Rolls taste. So if you don't like Tootsie Rolls, I don't know what to tell you. Really nice. I like the scent. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that because it was driving me crazy. I couldn't put my finger on what the scent was. In again with a little more of that Drama Mama shade. These shades are really pigmented because sometimes ColourPop shadows, they can be a little bit on the, not patchy side, but sometimes they are a little chalky and difficult to work with, but these so far seem great. Okay, now for the hard part. I don't know what lid shade I want to do. There's just so many options. Okay, I think I've made a decision. I really like this shade though, called I Dig It. It's like light, but usually light cream shades pull very warm, and this one does not. It actually pulls kind of cool without being super pink, so I think it's interesting. Maybe I'll use that shade for my inner corner. But I think for my lid, the color I'm gonna go with is this deeper brown, and it's called Sediment to Be. How cute is that? It's so punny. I love it. And I'm gonna use this on a ColourPop E25 brush. I'm also gonna dampen the brush. I'm gonna do that with my KVD Lock-It spray. I'm just trying to use this up at this point, honestly. Oh, that's pretty. I'm happy with my choice. Ooh, I'm loving this palette. I think it's so pretty. I really like cool tones on me personally. I always have liked cool tones on myself. I just feel like not a lot of brands have been putting out cool tone palettes. Even still, like it's a little more trendy. Like there was the Natasha Denona Glam palette and stuff like that, but I still feel like the majority of palettes launched kind of lean more warm, so I'm really excited about this one. Okay, so I'm not gonna apply any eyeliner, but I am going to use the shade Rock Bottom, which is the black that I was talking about that's super dark. So the set comes with a little angled brush. This is a E30. That's very nice. I'm really impressed so far with the quality of all of the shades I've used. I feel like there's not a ton of fallout with that black, which, considering how pigmented it is very surprising. I was also talking about in my last video, if you want reference, I'll link it in the cards up above. I was talking about how I wasn't sure if the ColourPop palette I was reviewing was their holiday collection, and it turns out it was not. They just announced their holiday collection. Let me see what it's called. Please hold. I deleted Instagram off my phone, so I have to go through Safari. I just needed a little bit of an Instagram break. So for some reason, I can't find it on Trendmood's page, but I'm almost certain that I saw a ColourPop holiday collection announced there. I don't know if this is like a Mandela effect or what's going on, but I can't seem to find it now. I don't know. That's some fishy stuff right there. I don't know. However, one thing I did want to talk about, I know I just did a video talking about new makeup launches, but I just wanted to mention this one because I'm not sure if it was announced when I made my last video, but if it was, I hadn't seen it yet. It's the P. Louise Canceled collection. First of all, this is the stupidest concept I have ever seen. No, not ever, but definitely a stupid concept though. The neutrals are not groundbreaking. It's literally just a neutral palette. The packaging is really ugly. Breaking news, P. Louise is canceled. Trying to poke fun at cancel culture when your CEO has actually been canceled for using racial slurs. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's a bad look, y'all. Not only am I not intrigued by the product inside, I've never supported P. Louise. Not because of their scandals, but just because I don't find any of their products to be particularly intriguing to me. I just don't. I don't know. Like, their base just looks like a concealer to me. So I wasn't really supporting the brand anyway, and then this came out and I was like, oh, like it's just not a good look. And the packaging's ugly and the product inside isn't particularly cute either. So this collection's just a big no from me. I just wanted to mention that because I've seen a lot of people talking about it on Twitter. I'm just so happy with how these are blending. It's really quite nice. I'm very excited about this palette. Oh, I was gonna highlight my brow bone. That was a lot of product, or it was very pigmented, one of the two, I can't tell. Ooh, okay. Yikes, I look like I'm from like the mid-2000s with that brow bone highlight. I'm just taking this F33 brush, and I'm just gonna try and wipe some of that away. didn't think that was gonna be that pigmented. Wow. I don't really know what to do about that super bright highlight. I guess we'll just embrace it. For that, I just used the two lightest shades in the palette called Luxe and Dreamful, and I just mixed them together. Yeah, this is gonna be like a 2004 glam when everyone was rocking silver eyeshadow and a super bright brow bone. I feel like I just ruined the look just with that one step alone. Anyway, so since it's November 4th, as I've mentioned previously, we're moving this month officially. Have I started packing? Not really. I think I have 2 totes packed, like those big Tupperware totes. I think I have 2 of those packed and everything else is still out. I just feel like everything I should be packing I'm still using, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I definitely should be packing more than I am, but I'm in that phase where I'm stressed about it, but not stressed enough to do anything to fix it. You know what I mean? Like, the panic will come, it's just not here yet. Our official moving day is November 29th, so I have some time, right? I don't know. I've never had such a big move before, so I am a little bit worried. Because not only do we have a house full of stuff now, whereas before we were just furnishing apartments, now this is gonna be a 5-hour move. We're moving from Ottawa, Ontario to Toronto, Ontario. Well, not really Toronto, but like the greater Toronto area. So it's about a 5-hour move. And not only that, but we also have 2 cats now that we have to move. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be our biggest move. And I'm a little worried for it, but there's not much I can do at this point. I mean, I guess I could pack, but like, that's actual work. I don't want to do that. I would much rather just sit in bed and worry about it than actually like do something about it, you know? So now I'm just gonna go into some micellar water on a little cotton pad, and I'm just gonna clean up any fallout. That's why I do my eyes first, personally. And now we can move on to skin. I'm gonna use this Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer. I got a sample of this and I realized I haven't used it much, or I don't think I've even really tried it that I remember. It's just a little like Sephora sample size, you know, the ones that are like literally the size of your finger that you spend 200 points to get. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna apply that. I don't think I'm gonna use a beauty sponge for my foundation today. I'm just gonna use the brushes that come in the set, mostly because I don't want to get up to wet my sponge. So I'm gonna use the ColourPop F31. I don't know what this is, or do I want to use this bigger one? I feel like this one would be really good for the contour, so I kind of want to save it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the, oh no, that one also looks good for contour. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use, so I am gonna go with the original plan. I'm gonna go with the F31. And I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Born This Way matte, my current fave, and I'm just gonna start painting this on. Did you guys have any trick-or-treaters for Halloween? We didn't. We had literally 0 people, which we didn't the year before either. So, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised because even on a normal Halloween, we didn't get any. Our local community did like a little Halloween parade with all the costumes and stuff. So that was kind of cute. I liked that. Otherwise, it was a pretty boring night. We just stayed home and ate pizza. No, we had stir fry. That's what we had. I really like this brush for foundation. That guy lives in our neighborhood, the guy who made all that racket. Always does that when he leaves our street. Ryan hates him. It is actually quite annoying because he does it every time and it's like, do you have to show me your cool car, your small wiener every single time you leave our street? Is that really necessary? I love that foundation. What's your favorite foundation right now? Let me know because I'd be interested to try some of your favorites. Ooh, I should do a video where I try all of my followers / subscribers favorites. I feel like that would be a very fun video. Let me know if you would want that because I could probably make it happen. What should I use for concealer? I think I'll use the same brush actually. It's small enough that I can get away with it. I don't think I like that primer. It made my foundation go on a little cakey, which doesn't really happen with this foundation, which I know because I use it all the time. Oh, wouldn't be a video of mine if I didn't drop something. I'm just gonna use a little bit of Laura Mercier setting powder on my under eye area. Okay, so then I'm gonna use the ColourPop E29 brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. I use it in my makeup artist kit all the time. I love how small it is. It fits right into your inner corner and underneath your eyes so well. I'm gonna go in with that dark brown shade I used called Drama Mama, and I'm just gonna use this little brush to drag it on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to use a ColourPop E28. This is like a little smudger pencil brush. I'm just going to go into that first shade called You Rock. I'm just going to use that to smudge it out. Okay, so then also with my little ColourPop E28 brush, I'm going to go into this shade that I was discussing earlier called I Dig It. It's like a cool toned creamy shimmer shade. I don't really know how to describe it. Maybe like a cool toned light gold. I don't know. Cool toned light taupe, maybe. And I'm just going to use that on my inner corner. That's a really pretty color. I like that. I dig it. So then for my waterline, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Fly Pencil in the shade Cousin Black. Then for a bit of mascara, I'm using the Essence Lash Princess Volume. Oh, if I can open it. You know what I have stuck in my head right now? If you've seen Step Brothers, the scene where Derek and his wife and kids are driving and they just break out into Sweet Child of Mine. And he's like, I'm Derek and I can sing high like this. I have that stuck in my head. And I know my singing is fantastic. You don't need to tell me. I've been called the songbird of my generation. I sound pretty much like Ariana Grande. So there's no need to tell me in the comments. I already know. Okay, for bronzer, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury, what is this called? Airbrush bronzer. This is in the shade 2 Medium. And I think that this is a little dark for me now, so I'm going to have to get the shade Fair, which means winter is coming and I don't like it. Because I feel like this is starting to look a little bit orangey. It's kind of giving me like a Trump spray tan vibe, so I think I'm gonna have to pick up a lighter shade, but I really do like the formula. It's super beautiful. I've been trying to take things a little bit higher than I normally would. Like I'm applying it to my cheekbone instead of the contours underneath my cheekbone. And then for blush, I think I'm just gonna go in with the one from the Ornate Taste palette or collection from my last video. Then for highlighter, I think I'll use this one. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay highlighter in the shade Exposed. I've hit pan on it, so that's exciting. I don't know if this was a good idea, this color actually, because it's more golden. And this is a cool tone look. I'm sure it's fine. And then to set everything, I'm gonna go with the Fourth Ray Beauty Glisten Up Illuminating Mist. This is like my favorite right now. Okay, so I went ahead and added lashes and did my lips off camera just because I felt like this video was getting a bit too long. But this is the final look. I think it turned out really pretty. The Stone Cold Fox palette would highly recommend. It's very beautiful. If you like cool tones, the formula on this is great. So from the ones I've tried anyways. So I would definitely recommend picking it up if you're into the color story. The brush set is also really good. I didn't expect anything less from ColourPop, but they are really great. I really enjoy the brush set, so I would also highly recommend that. It's also really affordable for a brush set. And yeah, I think that's it. If you're wondering what's on my lips, it's the Luxe Velvet in the shade L'Auberge. I hope I'm freaking pronouncing that right. Also, I got the Child pressed powder palette from ColourPop, and seeing it in person, I feel like it would be a really pretty holiday palette. So let me know if you'd want to see like a holiday or Christmas look using this palette. I don't think I'm going to review it because I've seen tons of people review it and swatch it and everything, but I think a tutorial might be necessary because it's so cute and I know a lot of people got their hands on it, so that makes me very happy. Anyways, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in and thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. I don't know why I like waved in your face. Let's like wave back here. Bye guys.